One, action.
Okay, go. Alright, so he's measuring her out, which is what you want to do. And then, once he's done measuring, you find the center of whatever you're going to do. You center punch it.
But you wanna make sure you put on your goggles though.
Yeah, don't forget the glasses.
As you can see, you don't want to get a chip in the eye.
Because it's mushroomed over, as you can see.
Yeah. Alright. So you want to line her up. Just one big hit. And she's on. As you can see.
There we go.
Okay. Now we're gonna come over here. Drill press. Okay.
Okay. So now we put the appropriate drill bit into the drill and tighten all 3 chucks.
Huh. This is the one.
Alright.
As you want to see, we want to loosen it, get all the 3 wide. Then we want to spin her in and tighten her. Then we want to get the chuck, the magic chuck, find which one it is, and we want to just give her. We want to spin her. You want to tighten. Make sure you tighten all 3. If you don't tighten all 3, it might not tighten. Some people don't know that. Okay. Okay, she's on.
Alright, so now we're putting the metal into the vise. Make sure she's tight, don't want her sliding around in there. Alright, that's what you use to tighten it up.
Okay. Now we want to show her. Okay, now we want to move everything. So this handle, we'll move it north-south.
Yeah, so let's get a close-up on that. Oh yeah, she's moving.
And then this one, it will move west-east. So we want to line her up.
Yep. Make sure your hands aren't near that because you don't want to.
You don't want to make sure your hands get caught or loose or headphones in this wheel.
Yeah.
If your headphones in the wheel, spin around.
Don't want that.
Lights out.
So line it up, and if you don't have an extra person with you, you can always lock her in place with this little thing right there.
As you can see, if we tighten that,
see?
It's not moving.
Not holding, and it's staying down there.
If you're on your own.
Yeah, one person job, you do that. Don't be afraid.
Okay, we just want to line her up. Okay. Tighten her, make sure she's tight again.
Yeah. And also,
make sure you don't have any body parts in the way when you're locking it, because you don't want to put your hand like that.
Yeah, I don't want that to be happening.
You don't want this.
Ow! And also, we can talk about this.
Okay, that is when you want to pull this. You want to do it?
Yeah, sure. So this thing, it drops the whole press. So, how does she work here? I think I'm timing it.
Do this one. Pull it up.
See, you don't want your fingers in the way because it drops about a 1/4 inch.
Every time.
So, after it's dropped, you can make sure she's still loose.
And then we can use this side.
And then we go over to this side.
And we can lower her.
And we can lower it to whatever we want. So if your metal's too far down, you can always use that. So once she's back,
sometimes you don't really need it.
Yeah. So once she's in place and once you want it, tighten this back up. Don't need to kill it, but that's good.
Just make sure she's on.
Yeah.
Now you want to line up your piece again after that. Okay.
She good?
No. Okay. Now you always want to make sure, double check to tighten your thing. Because that's the one thing you don't want.
Yeah,
You're
you don't want it
drilling and
wiggling.
your drill press and your drill comes out. Not very fun.
Yeah, you don't want your drill bit coming out.
Okay. Make sure she's lined up. Now, once you do that, you want to look around.
Make sure
Make
this
sure everybody who's watching
has safety
has
glasses
safety glasses on. Okay?
on. Okay.
Then, because they're your responsibility if you're drilling.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to do that. Okay. Don't let someone else drill it for you and turn it on because if you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Say I'm measuring it up and someone comes along and turns it on.
It's also a hazard. And also, it might mess up your piece. Yeah.
I might not be ready. So make sure you do it on your own. Okay. Okay. So you want to turn it on now with the
Yeah.
green button down here.
And now what's this? How do you stop it, Travis?
You want to stop it with the red button. Just one
Nice.
touch and she's good.
And if something's not working right, just press the reset button.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start her up.
Okay. So now once we do that, we want to make sure everything is good. Make sure the drill is tight and it's not wobbling around. Slowly lower it, but don't force it and let the drill do its job.
Yeah. And if you're hearing a squeaky noise or anything like that, the drill bit's either not tightened enough or she's a little dull. So ask Mr. D to tighten her up and sharpen her.
Now we just don't want to force it. We just want to let it go in by itself. But right now we don't want any like body pressure on it. You see these hot things? They're hot. They might burn your hand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright, now make sure she's all the way through.
Once she's through, you want to turn it off. You want to lift it up, right? Turn it off.
Now
And
she's
you
good.
wanna.
Oh yeah. So
Yes.
now we can clear this space. Okay, so once we clear the space, just blow off the metal shards from the metal. So once that's good, we can loosen the chuck here. Loosen it up.
Okay, it's out of the vise, but be careful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot because the drill and the metal are forcing it.
So it's
make
friction.
sure you always wear gloves.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it might be a little hot, so just be careful because the friction can really heat it up. And you always want to have some gloves on, just in case you might burn your hand.
Because you don't want to grab it with your bare skin. Oh!
Yeah, so you
No.
don't want that.
No,
So
you
once
want-
it's
you want
loosened,
this,
nice.
bang off any extra shards. Okay, then we want to take it over to the sink.
Oh, it's a nice
As you
singer.
can see, we want to take it over to the sink, put on some cold water, and just cool it down.
Nice.
Get some water, so like this.
And she's good. The other thing you want to worry about, oh yeah, and also, if there's little things right here, you just go ahead and
File that off.
file that down, and it'll
Because
be
you
good.
don't want that
You
piercing.
don't want any sharp edges. And then the last thing you want to do is go back to your workspace and just get the air compressor hose and just clean your workspace.
Make sure everything's clean.
Yep, so that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Thanks for tuning in.